found in 2020?
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Yeah.
I'm
Just about to start.
You ready?
Hold on, let me start with y'all.
I'm rolling. We're taking this live, so try not to.
Y'all doing live too?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay.
So we're or live to the end.
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. So tell me a bit just about an overview of what exactly happened today.
This morning we received a phone call from the Department of Forensic Science, and it was hopefully, we've been looking for this phone call for a while, waiting on it. We had a missing person in November of 2020 out of Florence, and we had some hunters that were hunting in the area of Jarmon Lane shortly after this person was reported missing, and they recovered some human remains. Those remains were taken into our custody, and they were sent to the forensics lab in Huntsville. And at that point, they attempted to do DNA testing, different things, and in September of last year, we were able to get those remains sent to Quantico Forensics Lab, the FBI Forensics Lab. And this morning at around 11 o'clock, we received notification from Alabama Department of Forensic Science that these remains were positively identified as those of that belong to Miss Courtney Staggs. So we were able to positively identify the remains. We were able to notify the family, bring some closure to the family. This has probably been an excruciating time frame for them, thinking they know something but couldn't get any confirmation. It did take a while, so I understand how that could be very stressful. But hopefully this will bring some closure to the family. This allows us also to move forward on our investigation. We do have some persons of interest that we are going to speak with very soon, but now that we have this positive ID, we can create a better timeline, and this is something we're going to start working on immediately. And we're just glad that we got a positive ID and get the family the closure that they deserve.
4 years almost 4 years as a cold case, and now you guys finally get to act on it. How is that for the department?
Well, I wasn't here in 2020, but these investigators were here, so it's really a peace of mind to them. You know, it's very frustrating for them when they can't get someone to give them any answers, and I'm sure that the forensics labs and are doing the best they can. These things just take time when you start dealing with DNA. So I know they were frustrated, but I can tell you firsthand this morning they were very excited. They were able to talk to the family, and that gave them some peace also. So, and like I said, this gives us an opportunity to move forward on the investigation. You know, we have some ideas about what happened. We have some statements. We have persons of interest in this, and we're going to start going down the checklist and ruling some of these things out, and hopefully we can apprehend and bring someone to justice on this case. Right now, we don't have any causes of death. We are waiting for the report from the FBI to get here. But like I said, we were notified today by both FBI and Department of Forensic Science a positive ID. So that's good, so we can move forward.
How old was Miss Staggs at the time?
If I'm not mistaken, at the time of her, when she was missing, she'd been 35 years of age at that time. So.
Did any eyewitnesses, did anyone see her that night?
No, and it's actually the missing persons part of it is going to be a Florence Police Department investigation. I can't speak on their behalf. They may have already closed the case out. I'm not sure. You need to check with them. But I think we know that the missing persons report was filed with Florence City Police, and the remains were obviously located here in Colbert County. So that's how we got involved, and you know, we had a pretty good idea, but you never want to assume. You always want to make sure, and it's taken us 4 years to 100% identify the remains. So.
Is 4 years too long what does that look like in terms of normal investigations for you guys?
Well, a lot of it just depends on what type of remains you have. I mean, is there clothing there? I mean, you'd have to get into specifics, and you'd have to speculate. That's really a long time for me, and you can imagine what it's like for the family that's sitting there trying to bring some closure and try to have a proper burial. And they always think there's a possibility that their loved one's out there somewhere. And we didn't give up that hope. But, unfortunately, their loved one is deceased, but we are able to give them that answer so they can start to heal and move forward. So today's a good day. It's bittersweet, but this does allow us to move forward and bring these people to justice and find out what happened to Miss Staggs. So.
Is there anything more on the investigation that you can give us?
Not yet, because it's so new. Everything had been put on hold until we got confirmation. But I can tell you the wheels are turning very fast right now. We're able to go back and do what we wanted to do initially. It's just been a waiting game. And I can tell you that our investigators are working now, along with their other caseloads that they have. So, like I said, the family's aware of what's happened here, and we've assured them that we're going to do our best to bring somebody to justice. It's probably going to be a multi-agency effort in this, anywhere from state to federal, neighboring counties. We don't know where the investigation is going to lead us, so hopefully we'll have some answers. But we're in a lot better shape today than we were yesterday, because we have a confirmation, a positive ID, and we're just going to work on it as hard as we can, try to bring some answers in.
And I know you can't, obviously you just told us about the investigation, but do you think there was foul play involved?
I would suspect, yes, I do. But, we don't rule anything out. We always treat these type of things as if they are a homicide until we rule anything out. We always work it back down. So we're going to start working it that way, and we'll see where the investigation and where the evidence leads us to. But at some point there was definitely some foul play, in my opinion, and we do have persons of interest that we want to talk to, and we're going to start talking to those people. So.
That's awesome. Thank you for your time, Sheriff. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all. We appreciate it.
Okay, we're clear. And I didn't want to ask but have you reached out to Florence PD or?